Jeez, let's get into this, eh? Hey, hello. What we got here then, yeah? And that music is just a smidgen too loud. Let's turn it down. There we go, beautiful. Hey guys, what's going on? Where's my chat? Mr. Emerge is in here already. How you doing, buddy? So, this is a ship that I've been working on over on Fire Pigeon's Discord. Been live streaming it over there, just been mucking around. The camera is here. Look at the camera. Blender fanatic. How you doing, buddy? I should have gotten Fire Pigeon's Discord. Anyway, we'll deal with that later. So I've been working on this ship. Why? I don't know. I'm really liking it. I think this would be something I'm going to be definitely using in a short film coming up once the current one that I'm working on is completed. So it's looking nice. I fairly like this. Jeez, I talk good. Alright, so what we're going to be working on, let me just quickly show you around. So this is what it's looking like at the moment. The plating has come up quite nice. There's a few bits and pieces that I don't like. I like the back here. We would probably throw some flames in and so on and so forth. My day, I have been fighting with my ISP for the past 2.5 days. So I'm hoping the stream quality is okay. A little bit worrying about that, but other than that, should be fine. What about yours, Mr. Blender? One inspiring. How you doing, buddy? So yeah, I'm really happy with how this has all turned out. I don't have mirroring on these plates, so let's just quickly, our stuff, we'll do that later once we join all the plates together. But I'm really happy with how this is all turning out. Are we missing some plates? So we're missing some plates here. So we'll go through that and go through the process of how I'm doing that at the moment. There are a few bits and pieces that we could probably stick some more plating on. Probably this point here, we could probably bevel out a bit. Yeah, definitely this whole line here is way too harsh, so we can probably fix that up. The one big thing I wouldn't mind working on is this here, this kind of like hangar bay. Awesome, thanks Blender. Fanatic. It is Fanatic? Yeah, Fanatic. So we'll probably build on that. We can just see the sense of scale on this ship, because this here will be kind of the cockpit? No. Bay, command bay. The deck. There we go. So that is the plan. There are a few plates which I really hate, and that's just because the geometry is really bad. So these plates down here are really bad, and this section here, this plate here is really bad. So we might have to come back and fix that later. So let's go ahead. I'm just going to go back into solid mode, and we can have a look at what this ship actually looks like. Let's come into side view. Now if I press tab, and let me explain how I've got this set up. So as you can see, I've got a whole bunch of faces. Flight deck. Thanks, Mr. Coops. So the way I've got this set up is literally just a whole bunch of flat planes. On there, I've got the shrink wrap modifier set to project. And so what it's doing is actually projecting onto the ship. And then we've got a solidifier modifier giving it some thickness. And so that's how we've gone about it. Once we start going around, cameras there. Once we start going around curves, it gets a little bit yuck. I think, not that one, I think down here maybe. You can see kind of like all these pieces, they just, ugh. They don't work too well. Like here was really annoying kind of wrapping it around, but we got there in the end. So let's go ahead and do a little bit more work just on this section up here. And you can see just how simple I've kind of got it set up. So Shift D, just to grab that edge, E to extrude, and down. There we go. And that's how quickly we've already now created an extra Sci-Fi panel. And obviously we know that it's on the surface. From here, let's just go ahead and we might as well just continue on the journey. Mate, just go there. Maybe we'll scale that out. Let's go E to extrude. Oops. E to extrude on the Y axis. And we could probably maybe put an edge loop through there. Let's grab that edge, GZ, and bring it down. And let's just make sure it is. So it's not projecting onto this piece here. And that's because obviously that is separate to this piece here. So what we're going to do from here is I'm going to select that, Control LP, separate by selection, so that's its own individual part. And let's find, do we have another piece somewhere? These panels? Yeah, okay. So we'll select that and that panel there, Control J to join. There we go. So now we've attached it. And so now we can just kind of go around and just continually add in extra little bits and pieces, and we can just change it around a smidgen just to give it a little bit of extra detail. And we can do the things that I always love. For those of you who've joined me quite a few times, you know that I love just kind of doing that. Just that. Shut up, phone. Shut up, watch. Throw them on the ground. So yeah, I'm really, really happy with how this has all turned out. We could probably come in here and put in some extra details on there. This is one of those yucky pieces that I was talking about. You can see how it's got all weird angles and so on and so forth. Doesn't seem to be projecting nicely. GY. Yeah, it's just kind of yuck. For kind of like these pieces here where it's bending around that section, what we actually need to do is line up an edge loop through that line there, because you see now I've got that edge selected, and if I go GZ, you'll see how it kind of like bends into the actual hull, and that's not what we want. So that's why we just put that extra edge loop in there, and that's kind of like that fold that we have. So nice. We don't have any panels up here. What's up with the Blenderness Podcast? No episodes in almost a month. Really? Oh. I know we've all been out and about. We've still been getting together and having a chat. I will ask, because I thought Paul was editing videos, but then he could be lying to me. And yeah, I'll mention it to Curtis. You can always jump up. Oh, get stuffed. I will mention it to the guys if I'm up tomorrow morning bright and early, because when they do the podcast, it's about 6 a.m. And yeah, kind of annoying, but it's good. It's good to be kind of like be with like-minded people. It took me a little bit. I was talking to this with Paul and Michael Bridges. It took me a while to see them not as competition, but it's actually like part of the community. So that was something that I overcame. But in saying that, they helped me greatly, unbeknownst to them, just to kind of like lift me up. And it was just good to be kind of get out of that, what do you call it? That burnout. Yeah, that's what we call it. How's it hanging this week, man? Not bad. Not bad at all. Plopping along, trying to get ready for Lights Camera Action. So we've got a massive short film festival coming up every year. And so I will be starting that off in 2 weeks. There will be probably a stream every day on how I go about creating that animated short film. So we'll be using everything, motion capture, iClone 7, Blender, Character Creator 3, a whole bunch of stuff. If I've got time to learn it, I actually might render it out in Unreal Engine, but I'm not too sure about that. I don't think I'm going to risk it for the biscuit. I probably could do it in Omniverse, but that's something that I'm still looking into. The reason why I'm looking at using Unreal Engine is render times. I need to get my render times down. It's just, they kill me, especially for like, we have to make a short film in 10 days. Yeah, that's kind of hard. Each year I go, why do you do this to yourself? But it's kind of good to work to like a deadline. For those of you who have ever done a game jam on like gamejam.io, I think it really pushes you and makes you create it. And there's a lot of other people here in Canberra that do the same thing. They will only make a short film just for that festival, purely because it is the challenge and it forces them to do something. Okay, that's coming along quite nicely. I really like how that's looking. So these pieces here are all part of the free Kitbashing set. Some of them are. There is a link in the description if you want. Hey, Mario, let's say I have an imperfect reference image that I want to turn into a model. Ugh. What do you mean by imperfect? Are we... You could always do kind of like itch.io. Thank you. Just merge it like that. You could always do projection mapping and kind of map it out like that. I haven't played with that too much, so there might be something... Some angles don't exist. Yeah, I think you're just going to have to wing it. I haven't really played with getting actual pictures and kind of UV projection. Maybe I'll try something. Try using F-Spy. So if we go into... Let me just go into my channel. And hey, look, I'm live. F-Spy, I think is the video. Yes. I did do a video on this. Oh, yay. Good job, Marco. Let me just quickly copy that and Control V. And then what you can do is the camera will be lined up with the photo, and then you can kind of like pick one face and then extrude off that. So try that, see how that goes. All right, let's go ahead and kind of add some more details in here. Scale on the y-axis, GY, bring that like so, and we might tie in this bottom piece to the top. So let's go ahead and put a few edge loops in. Select these edge loops, Control B. Let's go Shift D, P, separate by selection. I'm going to grab these. Add modifier, solidify modifier. We'll set that to 0. And let's just give it something like that. I reckon we need a piece kind of along here, I reckon. There's something needs to be on there. What I'm going to do is just quickly open up my asset library. There we go. Let's find something nice. Ooh, that might be interesting. Not so much. Not so much. Ooh. Hello. Let's grab that and we'll place that on there. And I'm going to place that here-ish. Let's go Alt G to reset the location. G to the Z. Okay. It's going to kind of align that up. Oh yeah, there we go. So that's kind of added to that. What we might do is go Shift D, Y, rotate 180, GY, scale that puppy up. Bring it over there. There we go. So we've kind of added that. Kind of just give it a little bit of extra silhouette just on top. So that's quite nice. I do reckon we still need a piece on the front there. I'm trying to remember these pieces. This one? Yeah, nice. Alt R. No. Rotate ZZ 90 degrees. Lovely jubblies. And then we can kind of just bring that like that. Line it up like so. Hey, can you not please on the x-axis 0 so it's sitting in the middle? Yeah, nice. This is actually a really nice piece. I think we might use it a little bit more. GYY. GXX. Just bring it down. That's sitting there nice. Let's push that down a smidgen. Alright, let's see where else we can steal and dump that piece. I think what we might do, let's go Shift D, Y, Alt R to reset the rotation. Let's go right, rotate on the Z axis and we'll scale that up. Now, can we fit this anywhere? Maybe there. And we'll rotate 180, GY, plop that in there. Yeah, that's not bad. Something like that, I reckon. That's turned out nice. Where's the bridge? Mr. Slice Factor, welcome. The bridge is right here, and we'll probably do some work on that one soonish. We're just trying to clean up this top area. Oh, that's a really good piece. I forgot about that piece. Maybe. Shift D, hold Control, snap it there. Okay, let's get rid of that asset library for now. Let's get period key just to recenter that a smidgen. Don't like the look of that there. Oops. Rotate X, Y, X, 180, buddy. There we go. Thank you. G to the Y. Let's try and find a nice place for that. Not feeling it there. I am not feeling that at all. Control LP, separate by selection. Let's go hide. Actually, that's not bad. That's not too bad. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's a bit better. That's kind of cool. I'll buy that for $1. Yeah, a little bit. I reckon we could probably put in some little Gribble piece just in there. Let's have a quick squeeze. It's just all about the kitbashing. Ooh, ow. Where were we saying it here? Let's plop that in there. Some giant canisters. And what we actually might do is let's go like that. And then from here, let's give that... Just trying to find a nice piece with a little bit of tubing. Ooh, these are good pieces. I forgot about them. Ooh, hello. Rotate 90 degrees, scale. Something like so. GX. Plop that in there. And then let's give that an array. Yep. Control A to apply the scale. Select those two. Control J. And then we'll select... Oop, that one. Control J. Let's find another one. Control J. And all I'm doing is attaching all my Gribbles. Alright, let's move that one up, because then when I go minus, hopefully they all become that color. Lovely. Yeah, that bit there looks nice now. We do need to create a turret that sits here, and also we got to throw in a piece on here. Let's just quickly add that to that. Control J to join. Oops, and you, buddy. Join that. Ah, crud. No. Control Z, Control Z, Control Z, Control Z. Now, the reason we're not adding that is because there's a mirror modifier, so let's not. All right. Royal Gamers, welcome, buddy. How's your Infinite Challenge going? So, I have put it up on LinkedIn. I'm fairly happy with it. However, I still got to animate the dude. Actually, I'll just bring it up. Let's go to the Insta. I need to... Donkeys. I just want to animate his head, so when we come out of the tunnel, he looks at the mech. But those sparks look really nice. The glass looks really nice. I was talking to some of the people over on Clint's Discord, and these were just some of the suggestions. You'll see this bit here is from one of the previous videos I made, just quickly showing how I kind of like just applied that grunge. I did deform the bag a little bit. I could probably deform it a little bit more. But other than that, I'm very happy with how it's turned out. So let's go with that. All right, so let's continue on. Let's create this turret. So I'm going to grab this. Actually, go Control numpad plus, Control L. Shift D, P, separate by selection. Let's grab that. G to the Z. Let's go into that mode. Rotate Y 90 degrees on the minus. All right. So what we're going to be doing now is we're going to set up kind of like our guns on here. how are we going to do this is the question. Go to the next song, buddy. Let's go back into the stream. Oops. Shift S, cursor to selected. Let's add in a sphere and let's kind of just block this out. Let's go Control LP, separate by selection, and then we'll just work with that. So from here, we'll also add in another cylinder, scale on the Z axis, and scale Shift Z, just so it scales along the Z, the X and the Y, not the Z. Let me just quickly get rid of this asset library. All right, so let's have a look at the rotation. We've got that rotation. This will mean we've got that rotation. So, oh gosh. Let's go Control L, Shift S, cursor to selected, object set origin to 3D cursor. Okay, so what that'll mean is we've got rotate Z, Control A, apply rotation, rotate Z, and then we've got rotate X. Is that all we need? Rotate X, and then rotate Y, and that should be able to point in any direction. Is that right? Seems right. Let's go with that. Okay. So now that we've got that, I'm going to create dual cannons. Oops, let's undo that. Let's go into add modifiers, mirror modifier. I mean, at the end of the day, these can be the smaller cannons. So I'm not too concerned. How's that looking? Yeah. All right, so we'll have 2 Gigantor get stuffed cannons. Hey. I might make mine a slight horror theme. Yeah, okay. If I don't know what I would do differently if I were to do it next time. I did go pretty far out with the previous challenge. Let's find it, just so you guys can see what I did. Let's go into here. What was the previous one called? Clint. I'm just going to type in Clint, see what comes up. Nothing. It was the ball one. Oh, if I go filter posts, trying to find what was the previous one called. It's funny. Videos. I can't search by shorts. You donkey. So bear with me whilst I look for it. It was like Infinity Challenge or something. No, it wasn't. No, Infinity Challenge is one now, you clown. Alright, just bear with me while we look for it. Dynamic machine? There it is. I'll show you the whoa! I don't know how this didn't get in. Come on. It's comedy gold. Oh, gosh. Like I've said before, I worry about myself sometimes. But anyway. Oh, my goodness. Alright, that's the wrong way. Let's go this way. And then we'll go GY. And then we'll press I to do an inset. Oh, actually, no, it's too early to do an inset. Maybe what we'll do is put another edge loop through here. And then we'll grab these top faces, G, X. Oh, sorry. scale X. So we've got something like that. Let's go I to do an inset. And Y. I was a draw, okay. I think, yeah, it was, I think the first upload, YouTube demonetized it, so. I think because it was, nakedness, probably. Let's go scale Shift Y, and we'll just kind of scale it up. So we've got big, giant, get stuffed cannons. I do like how that looks. Maybe what we'll do now is put a protective covering on. So let's grab that. Shift D, G, Y. I'm going to scale that in. E to extrude, scale Shift Y, because I don't want it scaling on the X-axis. There we go. Maybe not. Let's undo that. We'll go P, separate by selection, and we'll just work on this piece here. Select the bottom, Control Numpad plus, delete faces. And then what this will allow us to do is put an edge loop, Control B. Let's grab that. Grab these, G to the Z. Yeah, nice. Nice. Let's go into the solidify modifier. We'll go 0. Bump it up. Let's go Control A to apply that one, and then go Control J to join them back up. What? Control J to join them back up. Nice. What else? I do feel like grabbing this piece. I almost feel like that there. Oops. Hey, jeez. That there should be a piece that comes on. What the? What's that? GZ should be a piece that comes on top. Maybe what it is these are too far spread out. Something like that. E to extrude. No. You feeling it? Delete. Sorry, let's go. 1, 2, 3. E to extrude along the Y. Something like that, I reckon. Maybe what we should do is let's undo all that, and we'll get this shape right first. So we'll go E to extrude, scale on the X-axis to bring it in. Overall, scale it down, G to the Z. We can probably grab these two now, press I to do an inset. Grab this edge loop, E to extrude. I don't like the way this back end looks. It just looks like crud. I'm not feeling it. Anyways, watch. Thank you. Did you learn digital modeling formally, or is it just years of experience, trial and error? Trial and error. My goodness, the amount of trial and error that I had. I initially picked up Blender back in 2003, but I stopped using Blender because I could not shade smooth. I didn't know that existed. One of my biggest life regrets was stopping Blender because I didn't know how to shade smooth. I remember I wasn't too bad back then, and I remember putting like subdivision to 8 and the computer going nuts. I'm like, I can't work like this. How do they get it so smooth? So anyway, that's yeah, donkey. But yeah, no. So all trial and error, And then kind of, yeah, just how I've gone. You know, they say, do something you love and you'll never work a day in your life, I think is the saying. And I've been very fortunate that I've been able to use Blender in my day job, which is absolutely awesome. And because of that, I've been part of the... I was a VR developer for a while. Now my primary role is animator. So I make internal infographics. So I kind of like promote internal systems and so on and so forth. And yeah, that's just what I do now as a day job. Do I want YouTube to be a day job? I don't think it will ever be a day job. Yeah, stuff that. I just enjoy YouTube. And I want that stinking 100,000 play button. 100,000 subscriber play button. I don't like this. I don't like it. At all. You know what? Okay, when in doubt, Google. Caps lock. Sci-fi canon. Let's have a look. Images. Ooh. Yeah, okay, something like that. But it's not exactly what I'm after. I'm just looking for a little bit of inspiration. That jerk. That's gorgeous. Alright, let's see. So it's probably that curvature there that he has. Or she. He or she! That's what's probably making it look nice. I do like that cut there. That's a good cut. Really nice and simple. These here. Alright, let's see if we can... Ugh. This is like crud. Alright, let's start again. Delete. Okay, when in doubt, we'll just start again. So from here, let's go like so. And then hopefully we can get something a little bit different. Scale that out. Scale on the Z. Let's put in that mirror modifier. And let's kind of block it out. I think that this here is stuffing me up a little bit. But we kind of need it because we've got that Z rotation and we need that Y rotation. Technically, it should be able to shoot anything. Yeah, so for these really big cannons, we'll make something very chunky that doesn't really move. So there's more forward-facing shooting. And then what we can do is smaller turrets through there, and that'll have the more movement. Because at the end of the day, you don't really want these massive turrets shooting the front of the ship off. I can hear the sound effect that it would make. Anyway, alright, let's go. Come on, let's get into this. GY, a lot bigger. Let's go more. GY, bring it really like that. I'm going to take that inspiration of what is currently there. We're going to select these edges here. Control B to do a bevel. And we're just going to increase that there. Let's go I to do an inset. E to extrude on the Y-axis. Scale Y 0. So this is what we have. And then what we can do is if I were to go Shift S, cursor to selected, let's put in a Q. Let's not. Let's go K A, so it goes through on an angle. Z. No, come on, C. Oh, you're a jerk. That's right, you change. K. K. Oh, I did it again. K. A. C. Enter. If I select all, merge by distance, and then we select the edge loop. Actually, we could probably select all this. E to extrude, Alt S. So we got something like that. See, now the problem is we've got these curved guns. Oh, they might fit. We'll see. We'll see what we can come out of it. Let's go shift. I could talk. We'll go something like. I only started with Blender and Unreal in 2020. Yeah, sometimes head against the wall. Absolutely. I studied computer programming formally in the 90s, but it doesn't really help much. Yeah. So I am a fitter and turner by trade. So I'm all about the mechanical engineering and such. I absolutely love seeing robots and production lines and all that. Love it. I do like this as an idea. Maybe if we had covers come out. I mean, the other thing we could do, sorry, thinking out loud now, is if I were to go, oh my gosh, I don't know how to do this anymore. I gotta watch one of my videos. Control Z, Shift S, cursor selected. Seriously. Nah, I don't really think that. It would be cool though. Alright, let's just stuff that. Sorry. Yes. So I'm a fitter and turner by trade. And then I kind of fell into IT. So something like here-ish. Go away. Delete faces. Control LP, separate by selection. Oh, no. Control L, get stuffed. Delete. Control J. There we go. Ooh, that looks not bad. And then this will connect into here, like so. Which means that now we could probably shrink that. Oh, there's no face in there. So we will select that edge loop there to create a face. And G to the X. And now we've kind of got that independent movement of rotate on the X, buddy. I do like that idea. The only sucky thing is the circle rotation is a little bit high. But what we could do maybe is Control G and we bring it up, scale, Shift X. Let's go. Let's go Control A to apply that mirror, and then I can select both these pieces. Shift S, cursor to selected. Object, set origin to 3D cursor, and then we can select these two pieces. Control L, delete vertices, and then we can throw in that mirror modifier again. Okay, so now what we have is the rotation of the gun. That looks a lot better. All right, okay, now we're cooking a little bit better. Control L, let's scale that on the Z axis. Scale, Shift X. The center point still needs to be here-ish, unless Shift X. We do something like that. They're hanging out. And then what we can do here is I to do an inset, E to extrude, I to do an inset, E to go in, I to do an inset, and then blah, blah. And let's just select that and we'll go smooth, shade smooth. It looks like crud, but that's fine because we're going to the object data, auto smooth. Doesn't look too bad. I reckon we need something that goes along here-ish. So what I'm going to do is go knife tool, A to cut straight or on angles, and C to make sure it cuts through. And then we'll go like so, enter. From here, I'm going to put in a few edge loops. Let's select these, Control B to do a bevel. E to extrude, scale, shift, Y. That's not too bad. I'll buy that for $1. Cool. Okay, I'm happy with that. Let's go now. I to do an inset, E to extrude, I to do an inset, and E, and we'll bring that in. And so that allows that rotation. From here, what we could probably do is grab this piece here, G to the Z, bring that down. Or actually, no, what we could do, let's go G to the Z, bring it. Now let's undo that. We'll do I to do an inset, E to extrude that downwards, and then that'll kind of give us ability to do a little bit of rotation in there. Let's select that, Control B to do a bevel. Extra geometry. Now we need to go ahead and fix this section in here. So let's go Control B to do a bevel. We'll go E, scale, Shift Y, Shift X. Maybe what we might do now is I'm going to grab these, I to do an inset, E to extrude, Z straight down, scale Z 0, GZ. And then we've kind of got this flat box in here. What we can do from here is let's go back into our asset library. Sorry, we'll create a new window. Get stuffed. Asset library, asset browser. Yes. Cool bananas. What piece could we throw in there that'll just make it look schmick? I am half tempted this one. Rotate Y 90 degrees. I don't know why you've gone over there, but sure. Stop being a jerk. So something like that. Let's go G, Y. Is that in line with the 3D cursor? It doesn't look like it. So let's maybe select that. Ugh. Shift. Don't do that. Shift S, cursor to selected. Shift S, selection to cursor. And we'll bring that up. G, Y. Just want to kind of like line it up a bit. Oops. 8 scale on the Z. It's a little bit too much scaling on the Z. Alright, that's cool. So I think what we might need is some piece just to go in there. There we go, perfect, that one. You, Sunny Jim. Shift S, selection to cursor. Alt R, rotate Z 180. Oops. Do it again. That was actually pretty good. G, Y, scale. G to the Z. G, Y. It's not really something you would see, but obviously if you're looking at it side on, we would. I think this piece here would also be beneficial. Maybe something like that. Rotate 90 degrees. Something like that. Let's go into the modifiers. Let's add in a mirror modifier, and we will mirror off this piece here, and then we can select it, Control A, and there we go. So yeah, look at that. Just like something so small like that's given it quite a bit of detail. Shade smooth. That's looking pretty suave. I'm happy with that. I need something to kind of come around here, some sort of like pipage. Ultimate Pipinator. Pipe is on your face. Ooh, I forgot about this piece. Ooh, we got to use that one a little bit later. That's not bad. What's your GPU? 30, 80. I don't know what CPU is. System. CPU is Ryzen 7 5900. Okay, I need something to sit in here. Oh. I don't know what you are. Let's see what do you look like? Yeah, okay, you go. Rotate 45 on the minus. Now, I think what I might do... Thank you very much, mate. Appreciate it. What we might do is maybe create some sort of... £5. Wow. Actually, that's quite a bit in Australia. Thanks, mate. I appreciate that. Let's select that. Shift S curve. Let's go into a Bezier curve. Just for your crispy and useful tutorials. Which tutorial have you found? Get stuff. No, Control Z. Which tutorial have you found that's been most useful? Here's a question. Who's been enjoying the short ones? The last two that I've created have been super short tutorials. The question is do I go down that route of creating the super short 1 minute tutorials, or do we go longer? Is it night? It sure is. It is currently 10:36 p.m. on a Sunday night. So I'm getting tired. How has the stream been going? Oh yeah, not bad. Yes. So yes, it's starting to get a little bit late. And I've got work tomorrow. But I always like to live stream on a Sunday night. And so that's what we're doing. Okay, let's kind of bring that around like so. No, 10:37. 10:37 now, yes it is. Let's go G to the Z. And so we are literally creating some pipes very quickly, very simply. And we might just go bump that up to 24, just give it a little bit of extra smoothness. Where do you want to go, buddy? Do you want to go in here? Something like that. And you, sir, can come around, E to extrude, rotate, something like that. How are we looking for that? That doesn't look too bad. So if we go into rendered view, that's nice. Let's throw in a mirror modifier on that one. And then from here, what we're going to do is go convert to mesh. Select that one, Control J to join. Let's go Control A to apply, and then we can select things. Control J to join. From here we can select this, Control J to join. Nice. And we will keep this separate. From here, I'm going to have the gun selected, then the turret, Control P to parent object. And that means that now, if I move all this, yeah, okay, cool. So from here, let's come into this section, select that, Shift S, cursor to selected, itchy nose. From here, we're going to select these two, or actually this piece here. Shift S, selection to cursor, rotate on the y-axis 90 degrees, and we can delete that now. Oh, ha 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 ha. That doesn't look too bad. We need to move it out though a smidgen. From here, let's grab this back plate, G to the X, and we'll push that all the way in. This piece here now doesn't really work. So let's maybe go G, X, and we'll push that right in. These pieces here. Let's grab all this. Control L, yep. Control L, scale. And we're just going to move that up into there. All right, so now once we rig this up, we're going to be able to rotate our cannons a little bit that way, and then we rotate them on the Z. So let's try and do this live. I'm going to wing it. So from here, what I'm going to do, let's go select mesh. Let's go add an empty, plain arrow, G. Okay. So this is our target. Oh, gosh. Maybe this one here needs to go track 2. This one. I hate you. If I start moving it around, it doesn't want to move around. What the heck? Why? So track 2 is not working. So Z works. What if I go... Limit rotation. Rotate X. Okay, so it's not X. Y. It's not Y. It's Z. There we go. All right. So now, okay. All right. Okay. Okay. We're cooking with gas. Why is it inverted? Minus Z. I'm not gonna I'm gonna stop doing this. I don't know how to do it. I will learn that, and then once I work it out, I will make a video on it. These, I do like the way they look though. And if we kind of like have a look at the ship as a whole, you can see those guns are really, really nice there. Should they be bigger? Maybe, but I think we can get away with the overall aesthetics. Definitely there needs to be some smaller turrets, maybe up along the top and down below. Too slow, but we'll come back to that. I do want to just quickly work on Alt H. I want to work on this section just quickly. Let's go Shift D, P, separate by selection. Let's grab this, and what I'm going to do is put a few edge loops in. Let's go GG, 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 and GG. For those of you who are Rocket League players, will love the good old GG. Let's press I to do an inset, I to do another inset, so that we've got something like that. Delete faces. Then we can come into the modifiers. Let's go into a solidifier modifier. 0. And then we're going to beef it out. Oh, that's not bad. The problem is is now, if I were to go here, let's go add in a cube. So annoyingly, I didn't make this ship to scale. Let's go scale 0.5. So that's 2 meters. I think 2 meters then is pretty good. So the scale of this ship is half. Well, I need to times it by 2. So if I were to go G and we put this cube in here, this hangar is only 4 meters big, which is tiny. Oh, itchy leg. I do like the asset browser. It's very nice. I've attached all my Gribbles in here. So if I just go into asset browser, it would be nice. I got to go back and change the camera angles for a whole bunch of my pieces. Especially down here, you can't really tell. Oh, I know what these pieces are, but most people wouldn't be able to tell what these pieces are. I like these. So that's one thing I got to look at. Can't you just use constraints, add a bone? Yeah, I think that's probably the way I'm going to do it, but I know you can use constraints normally, and I've done it before. I've got an old blend file I did it with. Starcraft model, which one? Can you explain what the solidify modifier does? Yes, okay. So solidify modifier, let me just quickly, world origin. So at the moment, we've got a plane, which is flat. That's it. It's got 4 points, 1 face. If we go into solidify modifier, we've got the thickness. So obviously the thickness of the plane, we can increase that. Can't sneeze. Then we've got the offset. So at the moment it's in the negative, but then we can increase it into the positive, or we can keep it on 0, which is what I normally do. Even thickness. So if I were to go period key with that, if I go EZ, you can see that we've kind of got this yuckiness, but with even thickness, it kind of evens it all out. Only rim obviously will only be only rim. There we go. Interesting. I don't like that. I never use it. Vertex group. So if you only want to apply the solidify to a certain vertex group, fair enough. And all this stuff I don't use, which I probably should, but meh. Attack Labs, Chris. Yes, I will be awake. Probably be another 15-20. So yeah. All right, let's go delete on that one. Let's come back into this section in here, period key. And I do want to make this hole a bit bigger. So let's go ahead and let's grab this face. And we're going to go GZ. Ooh, actually, there's 2 things we're going to make. All right, let's grab these 2 faces, GZ. What? Is there another one in there? Oh, come on. Hey. Hang on. That one and that one. Oh, and that one. How bizarre. Okay, what's this jazz? Okay, whatevs. GZ, and we'll push that up. And so now we're at about probably 6 meters. I think that's a nice size. Let's go ahead and move this plate up. And what is this here? GZ. Push that up. All right. Cool. So from here, what we're going to do is probably create, maybe what I might do is grab this square. Shift D, P, separate by selection. And we're going to grab that. And then from here, what I can do is E to extrude, and we'll scale that out. GX. We'll scale this, whoops. Scale this in. I'm going to go E to extrude along the X axis all the way in. Obviously, I don't have a mirror modifier, so it's kind of done that. Hey, clipping, GX. There we go. What the? Oh, that's why. From here, let's go Control A, apply location. And now we've done that. So now we can go G to the X and we can close up that whole area. By the looks of it, we still got to go GZ, bring that up. And we'll go GZ, bring that down, just so we have that. And then from here, what I'm going to do is grab the edge, E to extrude along the X-axis, like so. Lovely jubblies. From here, as we know, my wonderful little thing that I love doing, like that. Let's select these two areas in here, Control B to do a bevel, and then I'm just going to grab this face, G to the Z, bring that down. What else can we do? Let's put an edge loop through here, I'm going to select that, E to extrude, scale, Shift Y, Shift X, so it doesn't scale along the X-axis, and we're just going to increase that in size. Stuff you jerk. And then what we can kind of do is I can select that interior face, and what we'll do is make that a new white emission. There we go. Let's go to, we'll fix this up later. White emission. We've got to hit assign. And then when we kind of go into rendered view, we have this emission coming through there. I think we need to create some sort of pattern. Lovely jubblies. Oh, Juris is here, mate. Welcome, buddy. Yeah, I created this from scratch. I don't know. I've actually recorded the whole process. I'm not recording right now. I have to pull it off stream. So yeah, I'll put that as a time lapse, and this will be a video. Check out Juris's Unreal Engine store. He's got some really cool assets in there. Juris, can you please copy and paste your link to your Jazz? Because there is an Unreal Engine sale on at the moment. So if you're looking for assets, he's got some good stuff. All right, so from here, what I'm going to do, I kind of want to go Shift D. I'm going to Alt S on that. So I'm going to bring it in a smidgen. What? All right, let's go scale, Shift X. And we're going to go assign. Beautiful. Let's go P to separate by selection. GZ100. Period key. Let's go into solid mode. Now I want to fix this up. So let's select these. Merge at last. Merge at last. Merge at last. And merge at last. And then we're going to try and get some even spreadage. 15. Yep. 15. And then something like that. What's that? 15? No. 10? 10. 10? 10. We select everything. Control B to do a bevel. Something like that. You suck. If I select this, hang on, I'm going to try something. If I select that face, select similar area. Aha! Select that one, select similar area. Beautiful. I didn't have to go around and select each one individually. So let's change that. I'm going to put, oh no. Let's go merge by distance. I think I'm missing something. Control R. What is going on here? Mate, what the heck's that? Alright, let's undo that. I've stuffed up somewhere. Merge by distance. Control B to do a bevel. Alright, so we're having some weird artifacts issues. Now I've got a feeling that our normals are facing the wrong way. So if I undo that and we come up to the top here and we select face orientation, there we go. You can see that we've got duplicate faces. Merge by distance? No. Shift N. There we go, that's better. So now when I go Control B to do a bevel, it's all hunky-dory. Control B, like so. Now when I select these two, we can go select similar areas. Let's do I to do an inset. No. Let's do Control Shift B to bevel. Oh, don't do that. Dang it. That didn't work as well as I hoped. Let's maybe do this. Select similar. So what I'm trying to do is get that kind of like Star Wars effect of kind of like the rounded edges. So if we go select similar area, individual origins, scale Z, Control Shift B now. There we go. Control Shift B. What? No. Oh. Alright. So let's go like that. Control Shift B. And then I think now if I select this, select similar, because obviously I don't want to go around and select them all again. Similar area. Bizarre. Bizarre. Whatevs. Now let's do the same for here. Select similar area. Scale on the y-axis. Control Shift B. What the hickabotham's going on there? Whatevs. Let's go select similar. Select. Actually, we'll do these both. Select similar. Come on, buddy. You can do it. I believe in you. Area. There we go. Get stuck. Oh. Just the faces. Select similar. Please work. Don't be a jerk. Beautiful. Deselect. Ah, you suck. Whatevs. Let me just do this manually really quick rather than fidgeting around. Dun. Delete faces. Nice. From here, let's remove that. Only going to modifiers, add modifier, mirror modifier. Mirror. No, solidifier. Solidifier modifier. 0. GZ minus 100. Period key. I hate you. Please don't do that. Shift N. And now, technically, when we come back into here, rendered view, we should have, yeah. That's looking not too bad. Excellent. All that work just for that. I think it was worth it. From here, let's go tab into edit mode. I'm going to grab this whole section. Shift D, P, separate by selection. Let's grab that. Scale on the x-axis. Obviously, I've got mirror modifier turned on at the moment, so we'll just turn that off for a smidgen. Scale on the x-axis, please, so that we have something like that. What I might do is E to extrude, scale, Shift X, so we have it kind of going in. From here, I'm going to select them, delete vertices, and then what we'll do is select them, scale Z 0, just so we have that. G to the Z, Control R, scale Z 0, G Z, Control B to do a bevel. And then what I want to do is I'm going to grab this piece, thus, Oh, jeez. Scale on the y-axis. From here, let's do my favorite thing, as we all know by now. Control-Shift-B. There we go, something like that. G to the Z. Alright, so now we've got this piece in here. Let's put an array modifier. We will go into the negative. -7. Buddy, -8. Let's go ahead and throw a mirror modifier, but we'll put that on top first. I hate you. Please don't. Why do you do these things? Let's go array first then. Bring back to something like that. I don't think we need 3. I think we can get away with 2. And scale that in. Nice. Nice. From here, Shift L. Shift S, cursor selected. And then if we go ahead and maybe create a lamp. Let's go something like this. Come on, a light. Area light. And I'm just going to dump one there in the middle. Let's go X0. Sorry, I haven't looked at chat for a little bit. I'm trying to smash a little bit out. And so if we have a look, yeah. I think one thing I would really like to do is kind of create some sort of shield, but I might leave that for later. And what it would be kind of if I went here, select that edge loop, Control S, whatever that word is. I'm not very good with nodes. That's one thing I'm trying to focus on a little bit more this year. Same as geometry nodes. I think doing a lot of motion graphics, I probably should know how to do that. Let's go like that. E to extrude. I know you guys are going to shoot me on this one. I'm sorry, but I'm just going to have a crack before we finish up. Hangar door. Mission. I don't know. What am I going to do? Noise. Into a collar ramp. No, not wrong one. Noise texture into that thing, and I don't want that to be full. I want that just to be a little bit. Scale will be 500, so we've got speckliness. Let's bring that up so it's not so strong. Emission will be a bluey color. Let's disconnect that. I don't need that one right now. Let's go old school, baby. Mix. Mix shader. I don't know what I'm doing. Blue. Whoops. You go in there. And that'll go into nya. And then we go into transparent. That's not bad. I'll buy that for $1. Period key, zoom in. If we went 200, what's that going to look like? If we went 5. Okay, I see what's cooking with gas. 50. Ew. 1. I do kind of want the detail all the way up. Yeah, I think if we went like maybe 100, it's too thick. So maybe what we could do is no, that's got to be white. That's got to be like that. And then what we could actually do is with the vector, mapping. We could do that, and we go X location. Frame times 2. Yeah. So what happens now with that frame times 2 is, as we play an animation, what will happen is, actually no, not frame times 2, because it will move too fast. We want hash frame plus 1. So what will happen is, as we, on frame 1, it'll be position 2. So actually, it'll probably be moving too fast. So maybe if we go frame point 1. No, because that won't work. Because that'll move to, it'll still move too fast. We've got to multiply it. Multiply. Yeah, it'll be multiply 0.1. So at frame 1, it'll be 0.01 or 0.1. Frame 2 will be 0.2. Frame 3 will be 0.3. Frame 10, it'll be 1. Frame 11, 1.1. Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, that works. So we're going to have that slow kind of movement rather than... yeah, shut up. So if I were to bring up the timeline now. Timeline. Obviously, we're probably not really going to see it. So just for fun fact, let's bring that back down to 1. Makula. Damn it, we're not really going to see it, are we? Ah, that sucks. Suck! Dang it. Scale. Oh, let's go 5. Nope. You want to be a jerk now. Just suck a lemon. Oh, you can't really see it. I'll have to do a video on that later. Oh, maybe because... Hang on. How bizarre. Ah, it's not hash. And so technically, yeah, it'll give kind of... Yeah, there you go. That's not bad. Nice! Huh, I might have to make a tutorial on that one. Divide by 100. Oh yeah, that could work as well. Let me have a quick look. Sales last day here. Thanks for sharing. You didn't put a link. I didn't see a link. The short where you make art line. Can it be done to characters to make art line animation? Yes. However, it looks like crud. You need to specifically make your characters without hair. Sorry. Without... like without planes for hairs. It's got to be a solid piece. And I'll show you why. I'm just trying to find a picture of why I'm saying that. Where is my hair? I know. Where is it? Here. This is why. Because they look like crud. So you got to really kind of like work it out. But yeah, that looks like crud. What the heck is that? You can kind of tell it's a person, but when you zoom out, which it's not letting me, you can. It's a little bit better. So, can you explain a bit about the character creator and how to export character into Blender? File, export, blend. I'll make a video. I'll do another short on that one. Let me quickly add that to my to-do list. So. Export, import CC3 to Blender. I'll do that as a short. What else do you guys want to know? I like this energy shield. Energy shield short. Anything else? What is the add-on that is showing? Oh, that is called Node Preview. Click on the link in the description. There should be a link there. But anyway, let's call it a night. Thank you very much, guys. What's the time? 10 past 11. I think it looks nice. I was hoping to do a little bit more, but she'll be right. Have a good evening. I will see you on Monday. Monday, there's an add-on review. Thanks, Kelbo. But yes, I will talk to you guys later. Have a great day. See you then. Bye. Bye.